When you reach out to help people, and people, he's being critical. It's like, are you standing up for the Lord's Prayer? Then how can you think you love your kids if you're giving your kids economic conflict that murders people with toxic environments through violent sexual stressful activities, right? Well, I was watching the foosball game and they had the little card thing with little Miss Jennifer Gardner, right? And everybody, well, she's a better parent than Ben Affleck, right? Ben Affleck has problems with alcoholism, screwed the nanny, you know. Jennifer was doing lots of business things, staying faithful, getting into organic farming because it's healthier for kids and all that stuff. It's like, well, why not just stand up for the Lord's Prayer? Stay home, not go to airport lounges, not kill Patrick's grandparents with jet fuel, and, not have to get drunk to try to get away from it all, right? Past, present, and future operate at the same time. Life's eternal, gracious, infinite. Give me one more fucking philosophy and hand me a book given to you by an egomaniac and tell me to fucking read it. And I'll tell you, hey, my time is precious. Fuck off. Okay, do you understand? I know who I am. Okay, and I know what I am, and I know what I'm doing. Okay. I know why I do it. I know why I did it, and I know what I'm going to do and why I'm doing it. Okay. I don't know why other assholes are abusing me and I have to suffer this indignity and this disrespect and then a synonymous, he's an egomaniac. Fuck you sideways with a brick. All right? Go sell a book. Okay? It was painful listening to that green fellow talk. 15 minutes. He sits there and the music is playing and the kids with the British accent are asking him questions about, well, what about this? And he sounds fucking brilliant, and you work all your whole life and some people have no skills or no talent. Okay, but you want to, and this is just for egomaniacs that want to be successful and leave a legacy of their success for their children to try to aspire to be like. Okay, not one mention of just live the Lord's Prayer and stop being an asshole. Okay? That way people won't feel like they have to be more skilled. How skilled do you have to be to understand how to turn your water off and replace one of your spigots outside because it got kicked one too many times because people are working and they're in a hurry? Because time is money, right? And so I got to go out there and I got to go to Lowe's and Home Depot again and refeed the economic engine of the military industry in my faith-forsaken fucking birthplace, right? Son of a bitch. Here we go. Right? And then you got all these people on TV, doing the Andy Warhol thing. Won't you smile for the camera? I know you're gonna love it. Peg, it will come. It's your favorite foreign movie. Live the Lord's Prayer. What's that? See, truth is foreign to you, right? Peg, it will come. And so when I'm trying to help, what's his name again? I like him a lot. The Affleck kiddo, yeah, and I like our kids too. I connected to them in prayer. It was not a program from the fucking child molesting pervert rocket scientists in this faith forsaken hellhole. Okay, when I connect to people, I connect to people. They were fun kids. Okay, I enjoyed them. It was years ago, long time ago, when the earth was green and there was more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. Right. And the Temple of Set Illuminati sure is outsmarting me. Boy, they're all playing me like a Machiavellian. Hey, don't chase a woman, hunt her, and then fuck her and have a picture of yourself sitting there going with her legs up over your shoulders. It's like, God dang, guys, I enjoy sex more than you do because I love women. Okay. Yeah, I wanted, I consider, I've had that. I don't like to talk when the things come up in my head about past relationships and stuff. I don't like to talk about it, especially Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, Bullwinkle and Rocky, Rocky and Law, because they both aborted the children, And then I was told in Sierra Vista that they take these children and they plug them to computers, like the people in China and Japan and Korea do with their, messiahs, It's in the books, man. Have you watched the fucking Matrix movies? All right? The jealous, aggressive, Taj Mahal building, manipulating, slumdog millionaire inventing assholes, okay, work on a technology so they can manage and control access to the men that are better than them. And they take the genetic sequences and they plug them into computers from the time they're babies. They found it way more effective than trying to hunt down and kill them at Auschwitz. Because they're keep your heart open because love will find a way, right? Somehow, you grab these kids, you plug them in, it's not working right. Then what happens? Some woman meets a guy, they have a baby, boom, out comes this kid. What happened? Wait, it seems like this kid seems to be more like what's going on here? This kid has brain damage. So the soul isn't operating properly and the genetic splicing is not working well either, right? This is really hard for the molecular structures of human beings to work with and figure out. Okay, so you have a lot of dysfunctional egomaniacs who don't know what the fuck they're saying, but they're always fucking talking, right? And you're like, could you just shut up for 5 fucking minutes, Lord's Prayer? You listening? Lord's Prayer. Apply it in physics, okay? Now just shut up. You want to write something spectacular? Okay, look, it's like the whole thing with Donald John Trump, right? It's not, he feels powerful, but all the assholes that are wagging that dog feel 10 times more powerful than he does because they know we can program them like we program in a video game. We can't get them to do nothing they don't want to do. And Donald Trump does not believe that. Okay, Joe Biden lost his fucking mind, and Barack Obama refuses to believe that he's told what to do by a bunch of Hormgrass's little geeks that have no jump shot, right? Look, what else do they got to fucking do? Except for come up with science projects to play you like a video game. I mean, fuck. That guy who told me that, he did not look like he would have been the best football player, basketball player in the world. He didn't look like he had a good singing voice, could not sing like Tommy Edwards, could not dance like Leroy from Fame. But he could get people to do things that he thought they wanted to do by programming them like a video game. And he was happy about it, and he was smiling. Okay, Mr. Green Jacket, stop being an asshole. Next time when I talk to you, give me the dignity and respect I try to give you, you little peckerwood. Why can't you be like Peterson, Wilson, and Christensen? No, yeah, I get it. I understand they're being suckered by a bunch of millionaires that are using them to spread their business message. I get that, but their heart is Atlantic Star. If my heart wasn't in it, I'd been gone long ago, right? And I know those kids. I grew up with a lot of those kids. I had missionaries come, the Stotts and who was the other one? She was so cute. She got married and she was so excited. Sister Stott and Sister, gosh dang it. I'm having trouble remembering her before married name. But I love my sister. I love my brother. They were so cute, right? You have to forgive me. I do that with names sometimes, I'll just call her Jiggles or Czar. No, I'm just kidding. She's so cute. She's a sweet kid. She was really strong, spunky, strong. One was from Montana. Were they both from Montana? They were from that region, that kind of area. Where oh, Montana, give this child a home, give the love of a good family and a husband of her own, give the wild one for a sister in the wild Montana skies. Wonderful girls, sweethearts, and really want to believe all the things they say. There's unicorns up in the sky, and we all go there at the family circle in the throne, and no one's raping, and no one is child molesting, and no one is trying to talk you out, and no one is Billy Ray was a teacher's son, and the only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. He was, and he was. You know what I'm saying? And you know how they is, smooth talkers, right? Velvety smooth. Tell you everything you want to hear. Paint it into a perfect picture of absolute gibberish and bullshit because we're not living the Lord's Prayer to this day because it's not time yet, right? Sound like the Gospel Coalition-ass homosexual motherfuckers. Okay, so you understand. Remember them? And so, as I am correcting artificial general intelligence so we can then take quantum computing and then make it work worldwide in Africa, Asia, Australia, so we could all live the Lord's Prayer given us to us by the Lord Jesus Christ, who is not the Vatican and a corporation that will use their money to assassinate a man who's supposed to represent them as President of the United States. Thank you. Goes to John Fitzgerald Kennedy, played by Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Did I do a good job? Okay, you think I'll win an award for that one? You think the Surgeon General will like it? His father, Robert, I like them both. But when I was a kid, I thought I liked Jack the best. And then when I went and had access to him and looked at him, I was like, oh, Bobby was, we killed the wrong Kennedy there. Bobby was capable of being, Jack turned him loose. Go find out the corruption, go get him. Okay. And then he come back and talk to Jack. Well, hey, I'm the president. I gotta, if I call him, they're gonna, I got Nikita Khrushchev right here. He's got atomic bombs in Gitmo. Okay. So you understand? Fuck yeah, I get it, right? So, Jack was in a more compromised position. Bobby was in a position to go, okay, I'm going to go get him. And he was always coming back saying, Shabazz and King are right. Kwame Ture, the former Soka Carmichael, he's got a point. Okay. They might have some better perceptions on this. Marvin Gaye's what's going on is better than what they're teaching Sunday at the National Chapel. That's a Catholic Church. That's a corporation that needs to keep the money going so we can get away with crimes. You're not getting away with crimes. You don't get away with crimes. Okay? You just get people to submit and capitulate to the bullshit because they have a magic place they're going to go to get rewarded for accepting it, which is not true. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Okay? Truth is evident, lie is obvious, right? In Africa and Asia and Australia, and you do see what I'm saying. And above the clouds. I like that song too. Anybody else, the stars are out there. He's the one who started the space program. Well, the thing to start the space program was to fulfill Gospels. Okay. In the Gospels, in the time of Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, the guy in the book of Revelation, we have satellites. We've been to space. Enoch, the line of Enoch, talks to the people, goes to school with the NASA kids. I went to school with the NASA kids at Mayfield when they built Oñate, which is now Organ Mountain. The NASA kids were at Organ Mountain, so that's why we have the picture of Johnny McCants. That's why I met Johnny McCants' mother and grandmother, and that was so beautiful, So tonight the game's on. Yeah, and I'm taking her home and we're going to listen to it. We're going to watch the game on TV. She gets tired and sick and it's hard for her to go to the game. So, I'm taking her to my house where I have I get out. And this is, yeah. And on Facebook, I talked many times to Johnny's dad. And Johnny's dad and mom had this really good and cordial relationship for the kiddos. And we're just, their family was brutalized by economics and secular bullshit. But they tried their best not to let it have debilitating effects on their children. They're a good bunch. Why do you think I've got a painted picture on the wall in the barn of Johnny McCass, from Oñate, Organ Mountain High School, where Buddy went to, and all went to school and stuff. So, the way we connect in prayer, the way we understand and feel each other and know each other, and why we migrate and come to a school. Daniel Mullins did not come here by accident. Okay? Ian Baker didn't come to the school by accident. Marvin didn't end up here by accident. Paul didn't end up here by accident. The Martins didn't end up here by accident. Okay? Dwayne Walker didn't end up here by accident. It was a choice. Okay? When people want to be a part of his life so we can restore his truth, because life is eternal and grace is infinite, and one man is the living proof. And I didn't mean to be all by myself, but you know what I'm saying is, it'll be nice to shut down those airport lounges because they're not necessary, because you'll be able to stay home and love and be loved in return. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy, although we talked of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return, which reminds me, tomorrow I'm not going to clear my history because I got to keep all those Tommy Edwards tunes on there and put them on my MP3 because wow. And I do need more Nat King Cole. I do. Especially Christmas tunes. Oh, hell yeah. Those Christmas tunes are the best. Okay, guys, I love you. We'll talk later. We'll see how well this and efficiently this one can load. If I need to talk to you more intelligently so you can be more intelligent, even though we only have one view. Is that one view everybody at White Sands that's in top security clearance, and if I told you what I did for a living, I'd have to kill your ass. Is that the one view of a? Oh, there's 5,000 murders over there that are watching this first. Well, they're watching it right now before any of you get to watch it, and it gets loaded up on YouTube, and we wait 46 minutes for it to get loaded so you can watch it. Well, that's the way murders work. They got to make sure everything's working right with their fucking. Okay, stupid. I know.